Hi, everybody. This is Desiree from An Empowered Woman and Homework. How are you doing? I just want to share. I had a conversation this morning on our mastermind call about the different ways that you can profit actually during this quarantine time. I mean, it's if you're stepping out on faith as opposed to fear and you're going to move it forward, then a couple of things I want to share with you. And there's six of them I think of all offhand. One of them is motivation, organization, and education. So obviously motivation. Now's the chance for you to listen to all those great motivational videos that sometimes you can't listen to because you have others in the room. And especially since we don't have people with us to motivate us to get up and to get started and to keep busy, then that's really, really helpful. And that's really, I think I've used it to charge me up. Organization, okay, being able to organize my emails, organize my files, so organize mostly your files and your programs and your products and your things like that type you never get a chance to do because you're so busy going, you have a chance to do. Even organizing your closet. Now I get a chance to organize my closet and prepare for the summer wardrobe. And then education. I mean, this is the time I have all these webinars and podcasts that I saved over the time to listen to when I have nothing to do. Now I can listen to it while I'm multitasking because again, nobody else in the room is being affected by it because we're working alone. So I even just doing audible books. You know, I wanted to read. One of my favorite people is Dan Lok, and he has this book, F You Money. And again, I know it's motivational. I'm really not reading it for the motivation, but I believe that everything that you read, you listen to, or you go to, you have one nugget. And there was one really cool nugget that I got from that book that I want to share very quickly. In our program, as we work with the Power of Seven, and we tell people how to build different programs, products, and services that's equivalent of $100,000 a year. And we do the numbers. We break down $100,000 by 12 as $8,333 a month, and so forth and so forth. So I do that. Then we decide how many webinars, or how many classes, how many members, how many products you need to sell to be able to reach that goal. But what he did in the book, which is interesting, I've never done it myself, is to figure out how much money you actually needed to live your perfect lifestyle, your wonderful lifestyle, I mean, like exactly as you want it to be, all that you are working for, let's put it that way. So just for an example, I'm not going to go into the details, but my dream would be to have three homes. One major home, a multi-million-dollar house, and one would be a high-rise. I love high-rises, so I'd want one somewhere. And then a family home, a summer home, or a beach home, or mountain home, something like that. So I added the mortgages of the homes, you know, maybe one was $10,000, one was $6,000, one was $4,000. I did my dream car, which was maybe $700 a month. I did housekeeping, I did personal health and wellness. I did even wardrobe, $1,000 a month. I did two big spends for Christmas, at $10,000 for Christmas and $10,000 for birthday party. I did like birthday parties, and I give birthday parties. I spent, allotted for 4 big trips a year, every 90 days going on a trip, and I allotted $20,000 for that. I mean, like, that's like totally first class, taking my family, my friends, or whatever the case may be. So I just kind of did everything kind of maybe to the extreme, who knows, but just living that big life. But when I calculated everything and what it would take annually to live that lifestyle, considering that I was paying for everything, not having things paid for, it was like under like $672,000 a year. So that's not a lot of money, because then I was able to take $672,000 or even $700,000, and I broke it down to the monthly. Then I broke it down to the the weekly, and then to the daily. And again, it was less than $2,000 a day, I think, that I needed to make to be able to live that lifestyle. So it's just an interesting, fun thing to do for yourself, to kind of see where you're at and where you're going, so you can kind of stay focused and reach our goals. So that's number one, all that education and motivation and organization. The number two is that gives you a perfect chance to build your affiliates. Affiliate income is truly one of the best passive income sources that I know. I mean, literally, it's like one and done. You set it up once and you put it out you incorporate the affiliates into your podcast, into your videos, into your signature, your email signature. You incorporate it in your newsletters, in your everything. I mean, we created pages on our website where we called it our our shopping pages to shop, and they were affiliates. Or we have a resource page, with things that we use, different companies and products and programs that we use that we share the information with, and we get an affiliate fee from it. You can create a whole website. We created websites around affiliates. Where the whole website was designed we did one called Good Monday Morning, where every Monday morning we featured it was the best online programs, products, and services for the busy professional. So we literally had companies like PayPal or Cabbage, or companies that we used and we could attest to the value of it, but we had the directors or salespeople actually take us on a virtual tour, and if people decided they liked what they saw, then they were able to sign up for it. They got a discount code, but we in turn got an affiliate fee. So we had that running. We did all of it. We banked them. We did I don't know, remember now, because it was years ago, maybe 10 years ago. When we're ready to do it again, I just need some team members to be able to work on that project. But we did maybe 6 a day for so many days, and then we had enough for our first quarter, and then did it again for the second quarter. So that's affiliate. So what happens with affiliates is that you promote somebody or something on your website or those different meetings that I expressed, and if someone opts in to purchase that product, program, or service, you're paid. You're paid either a flat fee or a percentage of. And so it's just there. You just set it up and it's there. So, it's there 24/7. It's there worldwide. If it's on your website, it's there. Some people, it's perfect because it's a call to action. People just click and actually buy it right then and there. Many of us have our credit cards stored, unfortunately, on our cell phones or on our internet, so it's just very easy for people to be able to purchase. And it could be even for freebies. It could just be opt-ins. Sometimes the opt-in is just as valuable as the dollars. If you get something where people can opt into it, you're building your list. And from that list, you can actually promote and engage and to monetize that list. So affiliates, I would go on and I would find some great affiliates that it doesn't have to be related to your business either. It's great if there's tools that you use, like we use Infusionsoft, we use Cabbage, we use so many, Appointment Core we use. Just look at your bill every month and see where your reoccurring billing is going. That's what you use. So it's a great way to be able to get that back. But also it could be something for fun. It could be something that you like to do. Maybe it's travel. Even travel, Carnival Cruises at one point had affiliate fees. The AMC theaters had affiliate fees. A lot of the airlines have affiliates. Certain tours and travel things have Carnival. I think Carnival Cruises had affiliate programs. So it could be something your hobby, like your shoes. If you like shoes or if you like clothing, anything that you want to be able to share with others and any content, you can be able to affiliate. So that's a great way to be able to to monetize something. You do a couple of hours, really, and once it's set, it's done. Again, even in your email signature, a lot of people forget about that. In my email signature, I used to have, need money fast, especially after the recession, and people needed cash, and they couldn't qualify for traditional cash because of their credit maybe had been compromised as a result of foreclosures or bankruptcies and so forth. So Cabbage was a service that actually only qualified you on your cash flow. So long as that cash was still flowing, they would lend you the money. So for that period of time, I had my signature and my email signature. Every email that went out, it was just there, and I got paid $250 each person that signed up. Well, hey, if it's only 10 times a week with the amount of emails that I send out, that's $2,500 a week. So if it's only 4 times a month, that's $1,000. No, what is it? Almost $10,000 a month that I made, and I did nothing for. So that's what I call true passive income. Another thing that you can do is build your online collaterals. We all know we need online products, programs, and services. We all know that we need to stop trading dollars for hours. We all know that at the end of the day, we want to be able to take all that expertise and all that genius that we have inside of us and be able to monetize it. So you can do that so many different ways. So you can do it in an online course. And a lot of people, I think, when they think of the courses, I did the same thing. I look at the courses, it's like, oh my gosh, there's so much detail, there's video, and there's audio, and there's transcripts, and it's a big deal. I did it years ago, and I had someone working me through it, so it wasn't as bad. But now that information has become irrelevant, and I want to be able to do one now for the Power 7 program that we offer. It's 7 different modules, plus opening and closing and any other information you want to share. So that looks like a big task, but I am going to take some classes and programs for it, but I'm going to start tomorrow just doing my outline. because starting that process, I'll just put these big sheets on the paper, on the wall, piece of paper on the wall, and I'll start going through my titles and going through my subtitles, go through my talking points, because all I really need is talking points, to be able to share the information and to stay on track. And so I'm going to just do that, and I'll do it online, and you can gladly kind of see how I'm going to do it. It may not be the right way, but it's a way that I'm going to get it done. And then when I have my outline done, then I can decide what medium I'm going to use, whether I use a video and how I'm going to use the video to be able to record it and then to be able to get it into the programs and take it from there. But see, even then, at that point, if I record the content, then it's easier for me to delegate it out to someone who really is a master of making it pretty and making it go viral. So your online, I don't care if it's 4 segments, ladies and gentlemen, it could be 4 things that you can share with somebody. That's the online course. It could be one major thing, and that's an online course. People will pay you for that. So, you can do one at a time, and let's create them as a collection and sell them as a collection or sell them individually. Or you can just do one major video that just says a lot of things. All you need to do is be able to share information that's valuable to your community and that will change their life in some way. That's the pretense that I go under. What can I say, what can I do, what can I share with you that would change your life? And since we're talking about business, it would be in the business world, but whatever medium you're in, that would work. You can utilize the online collateral for things that you can give away for free. It could be a lead gen, for example, on websites, and when people say, opt in here for your free this, and this, and this. That's it. That's a good thing because you get a first name, last name, email address, and that's valuable. It could be your freebie when you do speaking opportunities. Many times you're not able to sell it sometimes from the stage, but you can always share from the stage. So say, for example, you say all my slides or all this information is available if you go to my website and put in this, and this, or put in a promo code, and people will put their first name, last name, email address, and you can be able to send them that already documented, already done program for them. So it can be multiple different ways you can be able to utilize it. It can be video, but it also can be audio. It also can be in a written word. I feel a good way to do it is do it video, especially if you do it through Zoom or one of those other models. So any model, you can work with that. So you have your video, but you can also strip the audio. So now you have a podcast or you have it in audio form, and then have that transcribed. So those who want to read will be able to read that information. So you do it once, and you have 3 different modes of communication of it. So you have you have it in 3 different mediums. I believe in multimedia marketing, and I believe in that because people respond or engage or enroll in different ways. Some people will do it when they see you on video, they like you, don't like you, or whatever, they relate to you, they'll enroll from there. Some people want to listen. I like listening because I like to be able to move around and do and drive and work out and anything else I want to do while I'm listening. Other people like to read. They want to print it and read it and save it and mark it up and highlight it. I don't read as much as I used to, so I like the audio. So you'll be able to appeal to people in whatever way they do it. It's also referred to as the neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. So people enroll in different ways. Another way that people enroll is live events. So we're not doing a lot of live events now, but what you can do is being able to create different, even use like meetups. Use meetups. Now they have an ability. Usually it's designed for in-person events, but you can utilize it for a virtual event at this time. And so be able to utilize that and being able to connect with people that way, because it's people all over the world. Another thing to do besides your online, and the 4th thing to do, is to reach out and touch. Or reach out and don't touch. Yes, reach out and don't touch. So reach out. Reach out to your clients. This is a perfect time to get people on the phone. The good old-fashioned phone is still, I think, to me, the best way to connect with people. I find gold every time I'm on the phone. I love it. I love talking to the ladies. I love seeing what they're up to, what they've done, what they're not doing. I love sharing. I love connecting. I always find a valuable relationship. Always. I always find valuable, it's always valuable. It's never a waste of time for me, let's put it that way. Especially now being able to say, hey, how you doing? What are you up to? What are your business doing? Past clients, people that you have done business with or done business with you, reach out to them. We always communicate with them to sell or to promote or to, things like that. Why not just reach out to them and see how they're doing, how their business is doing during this time, how this, the corona is affecting their business and what you can do to possibly support them in whatever way you can. Perfect time to say, hey, I really appreciate you as a client. You've been with me for years. Let's do a podcast, or I'd like to feature you on a video, and feature you and your business on a video. It could be that informal. You can say, hey, tomorrow we're going to meet on Facebook Live and we're going to utilize Be Live or Zoom, and I'll videotape you and tell everybody about your business and what you're doing, and then what we did together. And then, it could be short and sweet, 5 minutes or less. Perfect. It's good for them because they get a chance. Now you're giving back to them in a really huge way that they can promote their business, but it's also endorsing you at the same time. And it's endorsing what you've done and what you've done with them. And again, you selling yourself all the time gets to be a bore because people know you're going to present the best. But when someone else is sharing a story, which people find engaging about their experience with you, much, much, much more powerful. Because perhaps they'll identify with that person because of their business, because of their looks, because of their religion, because of their personality, whatever way. They may not be resonating with you, but they'll resonate with them, and they'll believe them. So it's a great way to build up all the kinds of testimonies you could ever want, but also celebrate them in the process. And then the good news is that not only do you get to share it with your social media or your community, but they will do the same. So all of a sudden you are being promoted amongst all of these different people, all of your past clients that they're promoting and sharing the experience they've had with you. That can be huge. So let's just do a simple example. So say, for example, you just said, I'm going to do 10. We go through my list, and I know everybody's got more than 10 past clients on their list. And if you don't, you need to call me because I can help you get some past clients. But let's go to 10 past clients. 10, or let's say 12. All right, so let's say each one of those people, had 1,000 people in their either social media or their database or something, combined. They influenced 1,000 people only, which is, really a low number. Well, if you did 12 people, that's 12,000 more people that know, like, and trust you as a result of that testimonial. No cost, no sweat, good for win-win, good for them, good for you, and good for the people that are watching it. That's how easy that could be. So you can literally decide tomorrow or the next 2 days you're gonna do 6 and 6 and bank them if you want to bank them and share once a month. So you've got now next 12 months of content to share and to work from. That's huge. That's your whole year. You can decide I'm going to do it in a video, and then I'm going to share the video. Then I'm also going to strip it and share the audio for those who want to listen to it. I'm also going to have it transcribed so I can share that written word 1 week, and then I can also share a virtual webinar or some of that type of event, either a live event or a virtual event. So that's how easy that could be by reaching out into your past clients. Your current clients, same thing. Why not call them and do a client appreciation? Do it as a client appreciation. I appreciate you, and you've been supportive of me. How can I support you? And being able to do something that court. Again, it's a win-win because they get the chance to benefit from this exposure, and you get a chance to benefit as well. Also, potential clients, people that you want to do business with, now's the perfect time to call them. They're not as crazed. Those hours, especially towards the evening when people are running around doing meetups and networking and things like that, now they're home or they're in office. So they have a lot more time and a lot more receptible to hearing what you have to offer, what you have to share with them. So, I would keep that in mind, your potential clients. And so also, again, involve them. Say, hey, I want to do business with you, and I love what you're doing. Let me promote you. Let me showcase you. Let's do something together. For example, I still want to be able to share with my real estate community. I have real estate, and I do content marketing, and I do the live work share. So I speak on quite a few different things that I'm very passionate about. But I'm going to do a cooking show. People love watching cooking shows. And we're still working with the name. So if you have any ideas right now, the best I've come up with is cooking up a storm with real estate, or cooking up a storm with businesses, or I don't know, but we're working on it. But a cooking show, so I'm going to there's be 4 of us, and my specialty, my signature dish is salmon and kale and wild rice. So I'll make that dish, but I'll show you how I'm going to make that dish. And then somebody else is from the Philippines, so she's going to make a Philippine dish. We haven't decided what she's going to make yet, but something like that, either a vegetable or dessert or whatever. The other young lady is from Vietnam, so she's going to make a Vietnamese dish, and someone else is from Russia. She'll make a Russian dish. So now you're going to watch us prepare these 4 dishes. But instead of a presentation, we're going to have a conversation about real estate. So one specializes in ADUs and real estate. She's a real estate broker specializing in ADUs. She's going to talk about that while we're cooking, while we're preparing. The other one specializes in land banking. While we're cooking, while we're preparing, there'll be a conversation like what's the good, what's the bad, what's the pros, what's the cons, all that jazz. Someone else will be she talks about private money and notes. And then I will talk about investing in short-term rentals as well as also investing in startups. So we're all going to be talking about this while we are making this meal, and we're going to have it videotaped. So, and we'll have it live streamed as well. So people are listening and talking to us, like, drinking a glass of wine and cooking, like 4 girls would be in the kitchen preparing a meal. Then we're going to sit at the table. And when we sit at the table, we're going to talk about the deals. Okay, what deals are available for you to get involved with right now? So I'm really excited about it. Stay tuned. We're still working on it. We're looking for a really kicker. No, well, that's a better word. We're looking for a real awesome social media person to do the promotion with us. So if you know of someone or if you're that person, please contact me. We're also looking at a really cool videographer, so someone that's going to be able to point the cameras, get the lighting, to make sure we keep all of us in sync. And we feel comfortable doing that in this period of time because we've all been tested negative, and it's just 4 people, so it's not, or 5 people, so it's under the radar as far as that 6 people or more. So we're going to be able to do that to provide that. And we're probably looking at it as a series. So we'll be talking about different things with different people and so forth. So that's one idea you can do. You can do, all kinds of things you can videotape. We have a video studio here, with the green screen. So now's the perfect time for you, if you remember, to come in and use the green screen and videotape anything you want, as much as you want. Get it out, bank it, and share it later. So those are things you can do as far as reaching out and not touching people. And then another thing is, like, again, the events, creating events with the meetup, the online events, creating the Facebook Live events, creating like the cooking shows, creating seminars, classes. I mean, you can do all that virtually, and you can create it as interesting or as fun as you want. It doesn't all have to be talking heads. So I think we're all going to be really kind of sick of talking heads after a while. So it's interesting. Like I told one lady today, she's in the travel. I said, well, then just do everything outside. We can still go outside. So go outside in front of a bus station and talk about traveling by bus, or go outside a train station and talk about train, go outside the airport or whatever's flying or not flying behind you and do that. So I mean, there's things that we can still do, solo, and make it interesting, but still get our messages across. And that's really the big thing, is being able to still communicate. And I think one of the biggest things that you can do, the 6th thing and the last thing you can do, and there's many, many, many more, but the 6th thing that I saw on my to-do list this week is international connections. Okay, go and Google. Like, we created a board of influencers. We wanted to be international, like, immediately. So what we did to do that was we researched and contacted all women's groups and organizations in all these different countries. I had selected, Australia and Paris and South Africa and China. I don't remember now, but we had a list of countries that we wanted to say that we had members in those countries. So we got a list of all the women-owned businesses. So whatever's applicable to you, that's what you would do. And then we contacted them, and we invited them to be on our board of influencers. And that was about really like 10 years ago. So it's before this influencer thing became really popular, big. And I don't know, we think we invented it. Maybe we did, maybe not. But anyway, we created this board of influencers, and the criteria was that you had to have access or influence over 5,000 or more women professionals and entrepreneurs, because that's our market, women professionals and entrepreneurs. So if you had access to 5,000, if you had influence of 5,000 through your membership, through your blogs, through your whatever it was, then you would be able to qualify for that. And in our intake form, they had to list how many people they had, email lists, and had what they had on their social media at that time, to make sure that we confirmed that they really did have those people. And we know that some people may have fudged it a little bit, one way or the other. When we counted all of it, though, it was we had 28 different individuals or companies or groups or organizations. It was over 3 million. So we downed it to 1 million. And on our magazine, we were launching our digital magazine at that time, we said, we have influence of over 1 million women professionals and entrepreneurs thanks to our board of influencers. So it wasn't us specifically, it wasn't in our database, but we had access to that. So some of them had women's groups and organizations where we gifted them memberships. Because if you gift 1,000 memberships, the reality is that maybe 10% would actually use it, if that many. So when you want to give things away, and we're going to do that now again for homework membership. So we're going to go out to different groups and organizations in different countries, and we're going to gift them some of the memberships so that we can say that we actually have members in those different areas. And that helps us scale, and it also gives us, obviously, the publicity. Because when those women come and travel, they'll know of a place that they can stay. They'll be able to stay at one of the homework properties. And it also has given us the ability to be able to find properties there, give us some contacts there. In exchange for them, for them getting involved, we do a video with them. And we had a topic. That time it was Let's Talk Success. They were sharing their success about their businesses. It could be any topic, any question, anything you want to be able to share. And then they shared that with us, and then we had their videos, and they incorporated us. Either they agreed to send out our email blast, or they were gifting our membership including, they made our membership included in their membership. So all their people who became a member during a specific period of time, they were able to get our membership as a promo, as a bonus. So they either gifted to their community, they either mailed it out, gifted it, or included it in their program. So it gave us that visibility, additional credibility, and a lot of great resources and relationships, but it also gave us another relationship. And then they enabled you to say, okay, I'm international. I mean, think about Italy right now. I mean, a lot of people are waiting for your call in Italy. You know, they're shut down. So a lot of areas that are shut down, they would be a great opportunity for you to reach out and create relationships, build relationships, formulate business relationships, affiliates, partnerships, whatever way that works for you, be able to do that. So there's a lot of things you can do in this time. And, you know, I think it's important for us to stay safe and to stay positive and to realize that this too shall pass, but meanwhile, we can be rocking it. So thank you so much for listening. This kind of went a little longer than I anticipated, but I did want to share this with you because, you know, hopefully you can do it. You start doing it and you'll be able to benefit the results. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out to me, Desiree@homework.com. That's HOMWORK. And that is where you can live where you work where you live, anywhere in the world. And stay tuned. Tomorrow I'm going to actually do my outline for my online program. So if you're interested, just stay tuned and I'll share that with you as well. Meanwhile, take care, stay blessed, and safe. Ciao.